Welcome back to Stellaris Everything is Fine edition. Totally fine. Where we are doing everything in our power not to die horribly as everyone around us declares war because reasons. Totally fine. Hey there, Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Federations in our Final Federation 2 series. Last episode was labeled 3 Wars in all caps. Previous episode was labeled 2 Wars in all caps. If you haven't watched the previous 2 episodes, that's all you really need to know. Everybody hates me because I federated with the Rock, and I didn't see that coming. I have to be honest, I didn't see it coming at all. But we have a couple of fleets. They're built up. They're getting to a point where they are able to hold their own against anything these jerks want to throw at me. So it's just going to be a matter of playing a little bit of chicken. I have designed some defense platforms, which I need to build as soon as I can. But the first thing I'm doing is building my ships up. So I'm going to go to speed 2 and allow things to continue to play out horribly. It does seem like there's a lot going on up here. The mysterious moon of Dune. What's this? Now that Dune has been settled for a while, some data irregularities have been noticed. Specifically, the moon Stellaris does not seem to be made of remotely similar material to Dune. That is weird. This suggests it was not formed at the same time, but rather originally formed elsewhere and somehow was captured by the gravity of Dune at a later date. Quite where Stellaris 3A came from is currently a mystery. So we can investigate the mysterious moon of Dune. So I'm going to send this science ship, who currently has no orders, to do that. Oh, wait. Is it just a project? Cool. All right, just a project. In that case, I'm going to do that right away. Now, the Sirius Trade Hub can upgrade some of its defense platforms. Not that there are that many, but I can upgrade them. And let's take a quick look at our economy before we unpause again. I have 1 extra volatile mote. Now, one thing I could do to ramp up my alloy production, I can't do it right now because my energy production is absolute crap. But that will hopefully not stay that way. Tell you what, let's go ahead and sell some gases, which we've been doing pretty regularly. Yeah, this is not a pretty situation in which we find ourselves right now. Just doing the best that we can. And I hate that I'm selling that food too, because I could be using the food to bolster the growth of my colonies. But I'm going to try to take back some of these colonies as soon as possible, once I have more of a clear idea what these fleets are doing. That's the main thing. And we're just going to have to watch our economy get pummeled in the process. Where are you guys going? That's what I want to know. All right, they're traveling to Brigaffa, which is not hugely surprising. Does that mean you're going to retake Olympia? And how strong are you exactly? 11,000 and 4,000. I've got 10,000 and 6,000. So, in theory, I could take them right now. In theory. Durasteel armor just finished. Oh, that's good. Civilian replica complexes. That's a good project to have, but I don't have any mineral income to justify upgrading to those right now, so I think I'd rather just go for something that'll increase defense platform hull points. Yeah. Alright, so I'm tempted to do that armor upgrade. I really am. How far back would you have to go? You'd have to go to Alpha Centauri. It's not that far, all things considered. Yeah, let's go ahead and do those armor upgrades because they have to come to the Sirius system. Pembroke, Brooklyn, and Victoria. Let's go ahead and build a few more of these, just so that this station is able to hold its own if they hit it when my ships are not nearby. This is probably going to be the ugliest episode of this war. The good news about this war that we're fighting right now is they don't have any claims on this territory. None.
The special project has concluded.
That I've seen, anyway. And none that anyone else has pointed out after I've said that I couldn't see any claims. So when the war ends, I won't actually lose any territory. I just will have gotten my butt kicked. Dimensional Travelers. All right, so this is the Stellaris 3A mission. Unraveling one mystery has led to another. We now know that Stellaris 3A was drawn, or was sent, into the orbit of Dune from another dimension. Unfortunately, we have no idea why, as besides a slightly different level of background radiation, Stellaria 3A seems utterly unremarkable. Still more baffling is how the machinery found at the center of Stellaria 3A, which presumably enabled the dimensional shift, works. For now, it might as well be magic. So this gives us the jump drive research option and 10% of progress toward it. But more importantly, we get 250 free physics research. Yay. So what are these fleets doing? Are you guys backing out again? Because if you back out again...
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I will happily go hit Bragafa. All right, research station output plus 10%. Yay. Let's pause for a moment and think about this. Probably either the energy nexus. I don't have any of the energy grids, as I mentioned. Let's do research station output. Let's do that. All right, so the upgrades in Alpha Centauri have started. Economy is in absolute shambles at the moment. It's not good. They do have one very large fleet, but it also appears to be leaving. So I'm not sure. I definitely couldn't, if they had all of their forces in one system right now, I would not be able to deal. But we're slowly building up. Meanwhile, the economy is just tanking. I'm not going to be able to keep doing what I'm doing right now either, in terms of selling stuff to get things. I don't have any monthly trades set up at the moment. I do have to buy some minerals, though. Thankfully, they're fairly inexpensive at the moment. I'm glad our secondary resources are at least doing okay. That's a miracle. All right. Upgrades are going through. These upgrades are happening at the same time again at Alpha Centauri, so it's taking a moment, but I think they'll finish at roughly the same time. They should. We've got 2 shipyards working on that.
We have detected hostiles.
All right, so they appear to be trying to recapture that colony again. Not hugely surprised about that. Okay, capacity overload. I definitely want to re-up that. Is there anything else that I can do with my edicts that would be useful at all? Because I have lots of influence. I mean, the happiness boost would make a small difference. The other thing I can do with my influence, I'm not going to do it right now, but the thing that I can do with all this built-up influence is change ethics. But I'm certainly not going to do something that could create civil unrest in the middle of this massive situation. So the shift to militarism is going to have to wait. This is definitely the most violent and surprising beginning to a Stellaris series that I've had on my channel. It's really cool. Let's go ahead and upgrade those
Report.
two.
Hostile forces making planetfall.
Not shocking. You can see our war score is
Ship
at 78, 73, or
applied.
war exhaustion rather. War score is no longer a thing. Yeah, see, I feel like it's just slower. I'm gonna do it again. Looks like we lost one of our scientists. Let's go ahead and plug in. Do we have a scientist out in the field? Yes. Commander of the NSS Aldrin, also the commander of the NSS Asimov, is probably one of the best ones to go with. Let's go ahead and put Steven Spector in charge of research on Earth. And we'll put a new scientist, Ricardo Torres, in charge of his ship. Okay. Now, I don't think New Jamestown is actually putting out any research. It's not. So there's not much point to running assist research on it at the moment. It will eventually be putting out research. Okay. Elysium has an opening for a new building. Let's see what we can do here. Chemical plants. Well, those are plants. Gas extraction wells. Yes, absolutely. There we go. So we have bubbling swamp on that particular world. Lots of upgrades that can happen here. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and give the order. What's the upkeep? Yeah, I'm going to give the order for both of those research complexes on Avalon because we can afford the research boost. And anything that I can do to catch up, I'm going to give the order for the other one on Earth, too. We can afford it. We can't afford much else with the rare resources yet, but we can afford that. And more research is good. Okay, keeping an eye on my reinforcement options. How are we doing over here? Pembroke, Brooklyn, Victoria.
Priority alert. Planets succumb to invasion.
Right, so we lost an envoy.
Concluded.
Lydia, yeah, I already knew about that. That's our scientist that died and got replaced by our Marvel scientist. All right, administrative capacity plus 10. Fleet command limit, probably a good idea. Although, extra starbase cap, ship fire rate. Ship fire rate might be the smartest. I could go ahead and do regenerative hull tissue now that I have cruisers. And that could help with my ship's healing. Let's get that done.
We have detected hostiles.
Where exactly? Okay, they're in the Mirror system. No big deal. Right. So this station is actually not that strong. I'm just doing everything I can to, if I have ships there helping to defend.
The universe.
It's about, that was a weird loading hitch. It's about just bolstering its strength as much as possible given the circumstances. Cruiser hull points, yeah, that's probably the way I'm going to go. Unless I want the plasma thruster. Yeah, let's do the plasma thruster first. Be able to move my ships around faster and also escape faster if I need to, ultimately.
We have detected hostiles.
All right, so they're definitely bolstering their fleet and kicking my butt down here. Do I have any other fleets moving through my territory? No. It's just the NASA. Even though we've been declared on by 3 different federations, it's just the NASA for now. Crystalline Sensors Edict has expired. Let's go ahead and re-up that. I don't need terraforming gases. Yeah, we're all good. Penthalons display psionic potential. How peculiar. Okay, hang on. Dune can definitely do some mining. So let's do that. Nova Alexandria needs some housing. Yeah, we don't have... This is going to take moats if I did that upgrade. So I think what I'd rather do is do what I've been doing to a certain degree and just put some mining districts in place. Because we've got, again, city districts provide both amenities and housing, so when I'm low on housing, there's not as much... I explained this last episode, and I think probably the one before that, but... Yeah. Actually, in this case, I'm going to make it an energy district. Okay, in Olympia we can't worry about at the moment.
Ship upgrades applied.
Okay, so they are sending an armada to attack. I'm going to send the first fleet, which is done upgrading, to hang out with that station and hopefully be able to defend it effectively. That's almost 3,000 of their fleet power that they'll lose.
Our station is under assault.
Which one? New ruler's been elected. I missed that. Re-elected our current ruler, Jean Dupont. I missed the notification that the election was happening. Okay. We couldn't have fulfilled that mandate anyway. Buildings and districts have their build costs reduced by 10% and build speed increased. I don't need that. What I need right now are things that produce... Ooh, one additional clerk job. That'll help with energy. Specialist pop resource output. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do interstellar franchising. So as a reminder, what clerks do. Clerks provide additional trade value, which right now is translating purely into energy. So,
Red alert.
And there are clerks in every single city district in my territory. That's right. Got a selective physics research option. I don't have disruptors yet, and we're very close to being able to use them, so let's go ahead and research those. This fleet is also able to attack that fleet there, so even if they don't move on the Sirius station, I'm still going to hit them hard.
Ship upgrades applied.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely growing in fleet strength. It's nice to see. Pirates sighted. Really? Really? Right now? They're in Sugilia? Okay, well...
We have detected hostiles.
Unfortunately, we're just going to have to deal with that. Let's go ahead and have my transport fleet
We have lost a mining station.
follow these guys. Yeah. Economy's going to get wrecked. Okay, give the order to reinforce.
We have detected hostiles.
It's okay. Alright, so there is a larger fleet of theirs separated from their main fleet over here. So I'm going to try and get to Feranis with both my fleets. Uh-oh. Damn it. Alright. So they have actually started laying claims, which is bad. I assume that means they'll be able to take those at the end of the war.
Engaging hostile station.
So this just ups the reasoning for... Come on. Hit them before they jump. Got them. Yep, you're done. This just ups the reasoning for trying to retake that territory before the end of the war. Thankfully, we're not at full war exhaustion yet. How are we doing?
Evasive maneuvers.
Okay, can't do any more build orders yet. Interesting. This is an excellent opportunity to hit that fleet. Are they traveling to Bragatha? Yes, they are. All right, so I'm going to give the order to jump to Bragatha, and then I'm going to queue up the order for the first fleet to hit those guys. And we're going to try and do some damage to the Natsa fleet right now while they're split up. This is our chance. Where are you going? All right, good. They turned around. Now, they might very well turn right back around. I'll be curious to see what they do. They appear to be moving for a Freery. How small is the Withier system? Oh, we might get him. We might get him right here. We're going to jump in. All right, minor research sanctions has failed. I didn't even know that was happening. Hang on, let's stop for just a moment. Because we have new things to do. I've got to sell all 500 of those for sure. And I need to re-up those. We're back over on our admin cap, so those campaigns are not more expensive. Thank God. Okay. We've arrived. I'm going to give the order for the second fleet to attack as well. They should be just behind us. I'm actually going to have the transport fleet follow the second fleet for now. Gotcha. All right, when the second fleet arrives, they should finish this battle off pretty handily. Good night. Finally got you. Finally got you. Okay. Now... let's hit those transport ships. And let's absolutely enter orbit of Olympia with these guys. They probably have another fleet incoming. But not one quite strong enough to stop what I just did. Rockrock Kingdom wishes to sign peace with the Tumbador Free Traders. Did they just... Why didn't I get a vote in that? Why didn't I get a vote in that? I was going to look at the... I was going to make sure that was the war I was thinking of. Okay. Well, that war's over. We did get our colony back here because they didn't have a claim on it. We lost Hades, but it's not too big of a shift. Looks like they took care of those pirates for me. Thanks, guys. All right, well, that did not go at all the way I wanted it to. We were just turning things around. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to vote in that. Should I not have clicked away from the window? I should have had the right to say, no, don't sign peace. I'm still taking my territory back, damn you. I could have taken Hades back. And I'm going to have to take it back another way. All right, so we already have claims on those systems. Because they're ours. And we have the claim on Myrick. So we're going to declare on them at some point. But the other wars are still going, and I don't know that we are really going to take the brunt of those wars the way that we took the brunt of these first few. So let's go ahead and build a couple of defense platforms over here, and maybe things will start to settle for a moment. The NASA Authority at this point, I'm going to have to deal with them in a much harsher way going forward. So I think what might be an interesting decision to make now, I was mentioning earlier that while these wars are ongoing, I may not want to do the ethics shift because of just the instability that it would create. Militarist right now is up to 16%. What are we currently suppressing? Let's find out. All right, we are currently suppressing materialists. 11% of our pops currently embrace it. So that hasn't changed too much yet. I'll leave that alone for now because I want to get through these wars. But okay, now that things are a little calmer, the NASA Authority is claiming more systems. You are joking. All right, so they are definitely making their intentions known, and I no longer have any plans to be nice to them. Thankfully, my economy has stabilized somewhat. Energy is still in the toilet. And I need to get that. I can move through here right now, but eventually they're going to close their borders to me. That's the problem. And I'm not going to be able to access the other side of my empire quickly.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Okay. Physics research from researchers plus 20, probably the best move. See, that's a much longer project, though. Let's go for the X-ray laser and have that done. An extra civic slot, a ministry of production could come in really handy, but I don't really have a lot. You know what? Let's do galactic campaigns so that claims are cheaper and war exhaustion gain is lesser. I want to have that in place for the rest of this mess, because it might even help us with our remaining wars. Or rather, it would help the Rock in some way. All right, so I'm going to send both of these stations back to their home. Oh no, your home base is not the Azar station anymore, guys. Sorry, hate to break it to you. Your home base is now... Let's go ahead and say your home base is going to be Myton. And we're going to have to make some purchases here, although I don't think we're going to be able to just yet. Yeah, I think I gave the order for Kazvek to upgrade, did I not? Yes. Myton also is going to need to upgrade. Why did I not get a vote? I'm so bitter about that. Okay. So on Alaska, we can now build... I don't have an audited monument yet. I would turn consumer goods, which we currently have a decent shortage of those. Or a decent surplus of those, I meant. All right, let's do that. Do I have rare resources here? Yes, I do. Betharian fields, but those have already been improved. How much energy are you producing? 16. Let's go ahead and do a robot assembly plant here. And probably... Are we doing okay on Nebacap? Ooh, rare crystals is currently 1 short, so we're going to have to start doing synthetic plants soon. But not just yet. Especially because there are crystal mines on this planet. Perfect. I'm not expecting an incursion into my space from their direction. I'll deal with it if it comes to that. We've got peace with the NASA Authority for the next little while. I'm not even concerned with supporting the Rock, honestly. Because I'm mad at them?
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Plasma thruster. Battleships. That could come in handy. Let's think for a moment. Battleships, citadels, robot modifications. That's probably the way to go, honestly, since we have so many robots building on different worlds. Let's go ahead and do something that'll help them bolster the economy. I believe I already sent a construction ship to deal with that. Yes, I did. Good. All right, so now we're in a position to give another starport upgrade order. There's that. And I can use some of my spare alloys. Yeah, I want you guys to upgrade and you guys to upgrade. Eventually, you will be enlightened, but for now, I just want you to go upgrade at Alpha Centauri. Where am I outputting research right now, aside from Earth? There's at least one other world. Yes, Avalon, which is in Alpha Centauri. So I need to assist research there.
Construction completed.
Honestly, not sure why that wasn't already happening, but it is what it is. I have a few blockers to clear, but I'm going to wait till my energy situation is slightly better. So I could go ahead and start building some commercial zones, and that would absolutely provide additional energy to the economy, because I haven't done a lot in the way of commercial zones. I really haven't. Yeah, volatile motes, I'm not prepared yet to do anything more with those. I will be able to start synthesizing those before long. But good lord. All right, I'm going to give the order for that to upgrade once more. Okay, everything else appears to be... I mean, we still have some more upgrades to do, but primary objective is still to build up my fleet. And has been for several episodes now. Probably sounding like a broken record. Okay, Avalon has its final slot, so probably...
Ship upgrades applied.
I mean... Commercial zones don't provide housing, but I need something to help bolster the economy. So we're going to... Any opportunity I have to build commercial zones, I'm going to do that for a moment. Because that will translate purely into energy, as I mentioned earlier. Nice for things to be a little calmer. It's just so frustrating to have an opportunity to hit the Natsa back. They take claims at the very last minute, and then either they sued for peace or the Rock sued for peace. Haven't quite figured it out. And for some reason, however I responded to that dialogue when I tried to click away from it, it counted as a no vote or a non-vote. Oh my gosh. All right, robot modification points, +2. I contemplated restarting the recording at that point. I was like, let me just go back. But I was like, no. We've had good content otherwise. It's just been... This was going to be the most frustrating episode regardless. So let's see. Things are already starting to look up a little bit more. Why don't I go ahead and build city district housing +1? Because we have housing issues on so many planets right now, and that would solve that problem entirely. And also, why don't I go ahead and stop this episode here? In the next one, we are going to continue to take advantage of this moment of peace. Even though... Hang on. Where are you going? Okay. They don't appear... The lock-in mechanists do not appear to be entering my territory. They're up here helping out with the Neborite League. Let's see what's... Yeah, these are lock-in mechanists fleets. So there's just a whole lot going on down here. I don't know. We might have some moves that are about to happen along these borders in the next episode. And how we respond to that is going to be a little dicey because we might soon lose our ability. When does this truce end? Let's find out. No, we actually have 9 years of the truce, so we will be able to move through that territory for at least 9 years, and then we can honestly just redeclare and take it all back, because all I'm interested in doing in that situation is retaking those systems and locking them down. If I can do more by that point, I'll do it. Like if I've converted to militarism and make the claims, then I'll do it, because the Natsa have pissed me off. But right now, I just want to have a fleet that's strong enough to take those systems back, to have continuous territory and then try and play the diplomatic game in a way that's true to the spirit of the series. So we'll see how that goes. It's been rough, the whole diplomatic thing so far. A little bit different from my typical Federation approach. Everyone's really militarist and angry. But it's fun. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.